I used to struggle with binge eating every single day. And because of that, it felt impossible trying to get rid of my body fat. And it felt just as hard trying to gain muscle definition. But with the right tools and the right mindset, I was able to lose 60 pounds in just under 6 months and become more shredded than I've ever been. I was able to see my abs for the first time and my overall muscle was incredible. And I didn't have to follow any bullshit fad diets like carnivore, keto, intermittent fasting, or do extreme HIIT workouts or CrossFit. Instead, I adopted a simple science-based habit that's worked better than anything I've ever tried in the past. This habit is easy to implement but requires consistency and dedication. So pay attention and let me show you how you can achieve the same results. Before I get into the actual habit that changed my life, that changed my mindset, and that got me to my dream body, I first want to start by telling you guys about the position that I was in. Because without context, it's going to be hard to understand why I even wanted to do this in the first place. About 2 years ago, I became extremely focused with work. I was posting content every single day. I was constantly thinking of what's going to be my next idea. How can I provide value and entertainment to my followers? How can I make an income when I'm trying to pay rent in Los Angeles, one of the most expensive cities in the entire world? And because of that, the stress of it really began to eat away at me. I was never the type of person to seek out drugs or seek out alcohol, but my vice quickly became food. And so first it started out with just grabbing a cookie here and there. It started out with grabbing a bag of chips at the gas station. It started out with drinking a soda or having an extra donut at night. But then that quickly became into something so much more. And it was like, I started to feel suffocated by the demon that is known as binge eating. And every single day, I was just thinking about, when is my next meal gonna be? When is the next time I'm gonna be able to eat? And then when I would eat, it felt like I had no control over the food. It was like I was just mindlessly stuffing my face, stuffing my mouth with these foods, chips, junk food, cookies, sweets. And no matter how much I ate, I just couldn't feel full. It was literally like my stomach was a black hole. And in the moment, it's like my mind just went blank. Like I didn't even realize why I was doing it. It just felt so good. And then afterwards, the feelings of guilt would come. The feelings of shame would come. Then I would realize what I had just done. Thousands of calories that I had just eaten. All the damage I had just done to my body, the way I felt. I felt slow, lethargic, groggy, and I felt lazy and cranky to the people close to me. It was like I started becoming this entirely different person if I didn't have food. And if I did have the food, I would feel even worse. It was honestly one of the darkest times of my life. But that wasn't even the worst of it. The worst of it was the things that came because of that. I quickly shot up to my heaviest weight that I had ever been. My gut was spilling over my pants. I remember looking in the mirror and I didn't even recognize who I was anymore. The thing about me is I grew up with a family that had heart conditions, high blood pressure, family members that struggled with obesity. So when I looked in the mirror and I saw that I was heading towards that, it was like this immediate sense of like, I have to get my shit together. I cannot keep going down this path. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up like everyone in my family who's overweight, who's fat, who has high blood pressure. And I knew how that impacted them. I knew how it affected them. And that's not what I wanted for my life. I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to be fit. I wanted to be on this earth for as long as possible. And not just as long as possible, but with the most energy possible, as healthy as possible, inspiring my family and friends and the people close to me to lead healthy lives. I wanted to be an example of what you should be like, what you should strive to accomplish in life, not a cautionary tale. So I remember telling myself, okay, enough is enough, Sebastian. You are going to get your shit together. But I had no idea how to even start. So when I was scrolling through social media, that's when I discovered my bodybuilding coach, Cody, and I ended up reaching out to him, contacting him, and he's the one who helped me really strengthen my relationship with food, regain control over my food choices, and just take back control of my life and not feel like I was in a chokehold with binge eating anymore. I didn't feel suffocated anymore. And I'm gonna tell you guys the one habit that changed everything around for me, that helped me stop binge eating, that helped me get in the best shape of my life, that helped me lose 60 pounds, that helped me keep going even when everything seemed dark and like there was no light at the end of the tunnel. And that habit is resilience. You can call it grit, you can call it consistency, you can call it discipline, but I like to call it grit. This is the one habit that changed everything around for me. And the reason that I say that is because how many times have you had someone close to you, a family member, or maybe a friend, or maybe someone at school, maybe someone in your office, tell you that this is the year I'm gonna lose weight. Whether it's a New Year's resolution, whether they just had a health scare, whatever the case, they said that this is the year that they're gonna accomplish their dream body, they're gonna reach their fitness goals. They start going to the gym every day, they start to bring in their meal preps in their little plastic containers. Maybe they change their lock screen to the gym or their dream body as inspiration. A few weeks or even just a few months later, they've already given up on that goal. Not going to the gym anymore, they're back to eating junk food every single day. Their lock screen is just them and their family again. And they give up on that goal that they had. Why? Because they didn't have grit. So all I had to do was look at the people around me in my life that were successful and then the people that weren't so successful. And I asked myself, what is the difference between these two people? What is the thing that separates them? And it's simply the ability to keep going when you don't feel motivated, to keep going when it's an early morning, when it's pouring rain outside, when it's cold outside, and all you want to do is get back into your warm cover. That is how 99% of the population operates. They give up when things get hard. And that's why over 70% of the population in America is overweight or obese this day and age. If you want that to be you want to be overweight, you want to be chunky, you want to have no control of your food choices, that's completely fine. Go ahead and give up on your goals just like everybody else and be an average Joe or an average Susie. You actually want to make a change in your life. You want to do this not just for yourself, but to inspire the people around you, to inspire your family, to inspire your friends, and to actually lead a healthy lifestyle because you know you have the potential to do that. Going to take grit or resilience or discipline, whatever you want to call it. Just the simple act of continuing and staying consistent when things get fucking hard. And so when I first started working with my coach, I remember getting back into the gym was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Because I remember I would just go to the gym every single day and I would look in the mirror and I would still see that fat version of myself, that overweight version of myself. And I wouldn't see the results fast enough. And I would say to myself, is this even working? Like, what's the point of going? Like, I'm not seeing any results. That's the mindset of a loser. That's the mindset of a person who doesn't stick with it long enough. They think that just because they can't see the immediate results, that they have to give up. The time is gonna pass anyways. You may as well put in the work and let the years pass you by and then collect the fruits of your labor rather than to give up and never accomplish anything in your fucking life. I mean, it's like that one image you see on the internet, you see on Instagram, where the guy is mining and he's so close to the diamonds. And then he turns around, he gives up right before he reaches that goal. I feel like that's how so many people live their lives. They are so close to the goal. They are so close to reaching their dream body, to getting the six-pack, to having muscle. Maybe you're a woman and you want big glutes, whatever your dream body is, you are so fucking close. But you don't see those immediate results and you decide that this isn't for me, my metabolism this, my genetics this, I'm not meant to be healthy, my parents didn't teach me how to do blah, 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 whatever your fucking excuse or story or thing that you tell yourself is, and then you give up and you never realize your full potential. But I'm here to tell you, if you just keep going, you stay consistent, you go to the gym every single day, you do your meal preps every single day, you count your calories, you count your macros, I promise you will have your dream body. There is quite literally no way that you can fail if you just keep fucking going. The only way that you become a failure, the only way that you lose is if you give up on yourself. If you keep going, you are not a loser. You are not a failure. You are just in the middle of the process. You're in the middle of the storm, but I promise you will get out of it. You will see the sunshine, the clouds will go away, and everything is gonna start to make sense, and you're gonna accomplish all of your goals. But if you give up, if you quit on yourself, you're never gonna realize your full potential, and you're always gonna have the thought in the back of your head, what if? What if I had just kept going? What if I had just kept going to the gym? What if I had just kept eating healthy? Maybe I would have had my dream body. Maybe I would have been able to see my abs. Maybe I would have been able to hit a new PR on this exercise. You gave up on yourself, and now you're always gonna have that what if. Do not be the person that is on their deathbed and their biggest regret in life is what if? What if I didn't give up? What if I took risks? What if I accomplished my goals? What if I was just a bit more bold? What if I just kept going? What if I didn't fucking quit on myself? Do not let that be you. Because one of the saddest things that I think you can do in this life is give up on yourself and do what everybody else is doing because it's the safe path, because it's what everyone else is doing. That's not living a life that's true to yourself. Choose the unbeaten path. Keep going, even if you don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. And I promise you are so much closer to those goals than you think you are. I really hope you guys found a lot of value in this video. Please leave a like if you did. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I'll try to get back to you. I try to respond to all comments and questions. Before I let you go, I do want to reach out a hand and let you know about my program, the Binge Breakthrough Academy, where we help entrepreneurs and busy professionals just like yourself stop obsessing over food, stop overeating forever. That way you can finally lose the fat and get in the best shape of your life. This way you can have a physique that you're truly proud of, a body that turns heads, a body that you respect, a body that you nourish and love. This is exactly what I've done for dozens of my clients who lead busy lives just like yourself. You're gonna get access to the Academy itself, which has hours of content that teach you exactly how to stop binge eating, why you binge eat, and strategies that you can implement same day to help you stop overeating forever. A personalized workout program. This way you can melt fat effortlessly and pack on pounds of muscle every single week. And we have one of the greatest community aspects in the entire world with our weekly group calls. This way you get a chance to talk with me and ask me any questions. And you also get a chance to connect with the other members in the Academy. This way you know that you're not alone in this journey and we're all getting better together. It is invaluable to have a sense of community and a coach like myself in your fitness journey. Something that you're interested in, click that first link in the description and book in a free consultation call with me. We'll set up that call. I'll listen to you and your situation. And if I genuinely think that I can help you out, we'll get you in the Academy literally this week. That way you can start seeing results as soon as next week. So book in a free consultation call using that first link in the description. And I'll see you on the inside. And if you want more valuable videos like this, click that subscribe button and I will see you guys in the next video.